It is time to try hard. Oh yes. Today I'm gonna stay on this screen for just a second before it really starts. And let me turn down the volume already, or like start the game. Today we're playing some more Titan Souls. And today it's going to be a no-cam stream. This is kind of something... Can I switch? Thanks. This is something I realized at the end of last stream. It's basically we are just throwing ourselves against the boss currently. And we are very, very late into the game, by the way, you know. By very late I obviously mean it's a short game, but still. We are towards the end. I'm guessing it's the final boss. And I feel like my whatever I can commentate on is mostly just me talking about how I dodge, or not dodge, I guess. Sometimes I just like to run into arrows. And that doesn't really make for the best commentary setting. Also, I kind of just want to focus on the game a little bit more, which is why I'm going for a more try-hard kind of setup for today. I don't actually know how long it's going to take. It's like the next thing. So yeah, that means first of all no cam, so I can kind of focus on myself and don't have to focus on, like, you know, actually interacting with like the camera and stuff and looking into that every once in a while. Also, I'm going to mute up during a lot of the attempts. Sometimes I'm going to commentate whenever I feel like talking about something like that. Otherwise, it's going to be mostly gameplay. Because again, we are at the end, and this is kind of the type of game this seems to be. For now, at least. I'm gonna probably commentate through like a few attempts here in the beginning. Before like really going into proper tryhard mode. But yeah, just in case you are expecting some cam or something like that. Yeah, it's not going to be happening today. Anyway, we have a battle to win, I guess. Also, we are kind of on a timer. I have some things I want to do. But before we probably start, I should probably announce like some other stuff. Normally I try to do that like in the whole just chatting screen, but obviously I don't have my cam on today, so I kind of have to do it here. First of all, tomorrow I will probably also not be streaming. I didn't stream yesterday. I just want to be kind of productive this week. I have like plans for Friday, so I can't do my work on Friday like I normally would do it. So I have to do it like tomorrow, so I have time for Zelda on the weekend. Because it's like kind of my biggest priority when it comes to games currently, so I kind of try to keep like those streams mostly unimpeded by other stuff. So yeah, this is kind of going to happen. This means also no stream on Friday. I am busy. And tomorrow, if I stream, it's going to be like a late stream, if at all. But yeah, this is kind of the most of the announcements. So I would say, let's just start. Let's get back in here. You are going to dodge on my attacks. But I completely forgot about the lightning already. Or like the lightning balls. Well, that was a great start. Also have to still use the counter. We were at 196, right? I think I checked that at the end of last stream and just worked through that. I did hit you there. Ouch. Well, still the problem that dodging is not quite as effective as in some other games. Also, again, the stairs, they should be like 5 centimeters high up, so you can actually use them. I don't actually know if this is one thing we haven't really figured out last time, if it's really that smart to block the arrow all the time. Maybe I'm just gonna try, like, for the beginning, to hit this arrow like 10-ish times or something like that. Because again, I have like no idea what I am supposed to be doing here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not supposed to be doing that one. I probably already... Did I forget one already? Just gonna add 2 deaths. Either way, I'm definitely going to forget some in between, so it can't actually hurt to do like this. Try to be cheeky. Not a smart choice. Well, yeah, but this is kind of where it's going to be, and I'm gonna, you know, stop yapping so I can kind of focus. Starting now, my current plan is to hit the arrow a few times, and once I have like a new tactic figured out, I might just like stop to talk in between rounds every once in a while. But again, I kind of have to focus, and again, talking, first of all, takes up like a lot of like a brain capacity, you could say. And it is not made easier by the fact that I am not, you know, a native English speaker. But hey, so let's get into it and like really try hard, I guess. Ignore that. Just ignore that. That was totally my intention. I'm still not quite sure what to make of this weird arrow grab that the guy does. Maybe, just maybe, I can make it so that I can basically pull that arrow while it's like in this weird mode. I feel like I remember testing that one before. Maybe I can kind of direct it into the guy while it's like floating like that. I'm gonna try this for the next few attempts. Also, I just realized I should probably pin that as a message. Kind of makes more sense for people joining. Wait, that should technically work as a command, right? I added that correctly, I hope. Yeah, okay. I am, you know, kind of smart about those things. Let me do it like this. Okay, perfect. Now I can probably focus better on this game. I say that and die like this. I mean, obviously. Hey cat, welcome in. And thanks for the lurk, obviously. We'll probably talk a bit more later. But yeah, I'm also tryharding, so I'm not that focused on chat anyway. But hey, enjoy your lurk. So there was one thing I kind of noticed there in that fight, and that is this guy doesn't seem to dodge it when I return my arrow. Maybe that's an angle to attack him with? I don't know, I would have to really angle that properly, because I kind of suck at that, but I don't know, you know? We have nothing to lose here, I guess. So let's try this. Obviously, you kind of have to pay attention to the white arrow, because when I pull that towards me, then I'd still die. Hey, that's fine. Also, that was definitely a direct hit. I am sure of it. I don't feel like this is a, you know, proper strategy I can use. So it probably has to do something with like the white arrow itself. So I guess we'll figure that one out in, I don't know, hopefully the next hour or so. try to just get better at dodging there, but I feel like that alone won't actually win us the fight, which is the annoying part here. Maybe I'm gonna try learn like the dodge pattern while also having the other like electrified arrow. I'm just gonna call it out at the same time, just to see if I maybe see like some sort of reaction that I can abuse basically in this fight. No idea. I'm gonna try it out. Like the annoying part is currently, I do see one reaction obviously, and I have seen that one multiple times before. That is when the like electrified arrow, like my own, hits the white arrow at the same time. I get stunned, but only I am the one who gets stunned. Maybe I have to do it like closer to him? No idea. You know, there are like just some ideas I'm gonna split roll around, and maybe I just have to hit them both at the same time when they are like very, very close to the guy. Maybe? No idea. I mean, that was kind of close. To be fair, it was by accident, I didn't really try it, but it still stuns me. And I genuinely have like no idea what to do otherwise. The alternative would be, there's like one knight, I forgot his name. It's the guy who's technically like the previous hunter for like the souls, I think. I really generally don't remember the name. And technically the guy or like the knight has the same arrow we do, and it would maybe lead us like to some sort of clue what to do in this fight. I'm still gonna try like 4 or 5 attempts, and afterwards I might actually check that fight out as well. Just maybe I can find something more easily than in this fight. No idea. Would be worth to checking it out, I guess at least. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna try the other boss for now. I am not sure if this is going to lead me to a clue. But there's also no real sense in just, you know, smashing your head against this boss all the time. It's just going to be quite a walk. Which is slightly annoying, but hey. Unless, like, there's a clue in here. I'm guessing this obviously also is just going to let us out of the tower. Yeah, obviously. It would be weird if it didn't. But then again, you know, we had some areas where the geometry didn't make full sense, you know, and sometimes you just have to check all avenues. So much rain still. Okay, elevator. And it's going to be quite a lot of walking, right? It's like one of the advantages of just watching the VOD later on, you know? I kinda timestamp that whole thing all the time. So, anyway. I also don't really think that there's any hint around here. Also, I feel like the music is a bit too loud. I'm gonna turn that one down while I'm just walking around because I'm still kind of talking over it every once in a while. I hope this is fine. I can turn it up once the fights start again. But we should just have to go down here. Since it's like the one area where we didn't actually defeat any bosses. We had only Avarice and the Knight over there. By the way, I don't actually know if I ever checked that one, but there was like this strange room. And I always talk about like there's like a whale on the floor. At least this is what I am kind of seeing in that one. Did I ever check if there are supposedly like 3 enemies? Because I might just get hung up on something that doesn't actually matter in the long run. So, you know. Let's see what this has to offer us. You have the checkpoint, and I can't forget to... Yeah, okay, there are only 2 of those check marks. So what is this room all about then? Because this definitely kind of confuses me with like all the patterns in here. Right. And whatever this symbol is. Oh, I get it. This isn't a door. This is the demon plant. And we have to go right, then left, and then up. We already figured that one out, like just by experimenting. But this is like the pattern inside of the forest. Right? This kind of looks like this weird bulbous plant that we defeated over there. Obviously without the demon tentacle thingy, spines, whatever. Interesting. I do like that they are leaving hints like those. I did activate the checkpoint. This one is Avarice, right? Yeah, this is definitely Avarice. I also don't have any idea how to fight Avarice. Gonna be completely honest here. I mean, there were like a few enemies I've never defeated and I never really figured out what to do. Have I ever explored over here? No, this is just like some sort of, I don't know, plateau, balcony, if you wanna call it that. Can't hurt to look around a little bit at least, right? I would be surprised if there were like some sort of hint that I have to use against the final boss. It would be funny though, right? Like hidden in plain sight essentially. But yeah, for now, this fight, and I'm again like with the other fight, I'm probably... By the way, are you kneeling or are you missing a leg? I can't really comprehend based on the position there. This is again the eye. Like we know about the eye. I don't know if we know about it from this game. Have we ever seen the eye outside of like depictions of it? Either way, shoot the arrow. Yeah, Knight elhanan. Legendary Slayer, that's fine. I don't actually remember anything about you. I just know that you do like the bouncy attacks. I have to dodge that one. And then just stuns. Oh wait, it doesn't just stun me. That's interesting. Okay, you just smashed through that whole thing. Okay, but I have to kind of hit the arrow at the right time, and then I kind of have to be quick enough to hit you without your armor. It's like my current theory. Which does not really help me against the other fight, right? But maybe... It's like a crazy idea, but maybe the fight is going to become a lot easier over time if I defeat like more bosses. You're shooting like that. That stuns him, but not for long enough in this situation. Yeah, okay. That was a terrible dodge. Okay, I'm gonna focus up for now. You know, I kinda promised to have like a focus stream, so I'm gonna do it just for this fight again. Wait, did I raise the counter? I probably didn't. I at least missed it at least once in between, I bet. Also, I just realized I failed that fight because I accidentally pressed the L1 button, and it's also a roll button. Like, I was in the middle of charging my arrow, and then I rolled into the arrow because I was aiming that direction. Also, aren't you? For some reason it didn't increase again, even though I pressed it again. No idea. Anyway, back to focusing. Okay, I'm gonna try this like 1 or 2 more times, but I kind of want to figure out if I can bounce the arrow off while he's shooting it. Maybe I was just slightly too early, which would be an option. Alternatively, it has to bounce first before I can actually hit the arrow. I'll figure it out, as always. Okay, I'm quite sure right now that this doesn't work. I have to let the arrow bounce once before I can actually hit it with my own arrow. Might just be too high up just because the guy's floating. I don't know what the reasoning behind it is, but it just doesn't seem to work. Could also just be that my reactions aren't like perfect enough to hit it. Either way, I don't think that this is the right decision to do it. I'm just gonna hit it once it has bounced already. So, you know, back to it. Easy fight. Let's see if I can actually get up on that ledge over there. Maybe there's like some other secret in there. I'm not really expecting it. But that's another Titan defeated. Oh yes. To be fair, this one is a Titan Slayer, but still. Okay, that doesn't actually seem to be much of a hint, just a depiction of the eye. And it's, by the way, the eye in the bottom corner, you know, it's the same one that I'm using for that one. Is there something on there that I can use? I don't think so. Seems kind of symmetrical for the mouse part. Well, I mean, I could be disappointed, but then again, it was a nice break from the final boss, so let's try that one again in just a moment. I mean, doesn't actually seem that bad now. Also, this one should have like another symbol filter, no? Yeah, okay. For some reason it only does so if I return here. That's kind of interesting. I don't know how intended that is. It's probably quite intended. You know, sometimes you just have to assume. But then again, you know, it could also just be that they were like too lazy to update it in between. I don't know. And by they I obviously mean the developers, or maybe again it could just be completely intentional. You know, there are like a lot of reasons for little details in games. Some are very important, some are not. And I mean, we found like one little detail in here that was technically important, you know, even though you didn't quite need it. It was, again, I mentioned it with like the Dark Forest. We had like the depiction of how to get to the one boss. Maybe I can also check out some other depiction. I know that there's like one up here. I'm just gonna go to that one real quick. I think it's like in the beginning of the mountain area. Again, I would be surprised if any of those were already hints to what to do about the final boss. But you know, it can't hurt. It's just like a minute or two of wasted time, and we have like a few more minutes, so who cares, right? There's one of them over here. Oh, was there? Maybe I'm completely misremembering. I might be. Well then, I guess I was just wrong. You know, also, you know, not quite up for checking out all of the depictions again. If I really need extra time for this game, like if I can't beat that boss today, then I will definitely check out at least the VODs or just run around. I mean, as long as I'm not fighting anything, who cares, basically. I could just look at all the depictions and figure out if any of them lead me to a clue or anything like that, and do it like in the next stream. But if I don't need it, then all the better, right? So back to walking. There's some beautiful music in the background. I mean, we obviously saw that eye, right, as a depiction. I just realized, obviously, they are on all the doors. But for some reason I forgot about that. For just a brief moment in that fight. And maybe, just maybe, like the fight has changed now that we have one more soul than we actually needed to reach it. You know, just a theory. Unlikely that this is going to be the solution to just defeat all the other bosses. But it would be an option. Just maybe. Wait, this time the eye is actually rotated. I just noticed again. I don't know if I noticed this the first time, but obviously. You know, it's quite an obvious detail, but there isn't really much depicted besides it. So I don't know if that is that important. It's just weird that it's like, again, rotated. And we have this one. Like, you know, someone standing in the middle with like the shining light around them. I'm guessing like some sort of highlighting light. And we have something on top and at the bottom. Don't know what this is supposed to depict. I feel like we were puzzled by that last time around as well, so, you know. Sometimes you just have to accept it as nice decoration. By the way, have I ever mentioned that I really like how the titans we fell, that they just, you know, stand around like this? Or like, I guess their bodies are. Just like this empty husk standing around exactly in the position where we won the fight. Anyway, back to tryharding. Okay, that was just kinda rude. I just got stunned in exactly that moment. But hey, it's just kinda funny, I guess. Well, let's try again. I kinda just noticed that you can dodge the stun effect. I think. I feel like I dodged at the exact moment that the two arrows hit and I didn't get stunned actually. I don't know if that was just like kind of a bug or if this is intentional. I don't know if it will lead to anything, but you know, just something to note. I really like noting stuff that I notice in games, and sometimes there's like kind of a plan that falls into place after like, I don't know, 100 attempts or so, maybe 200 more. No idea. Okay, I kind of just ran into that. That's kind of on me. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest here. I feel like the second arrow kinda hit the soul just now in that fight. Maybe it just doesn't work like that. And I'm gonna have to make like a completely new plan. I might try it like one or two more tries, just because sometimes the hitboxes are kind of wonky in this game. Like, you know, it's like a one-hit kind of fight, so you have to be kind of accurate in most cases. But otherwise, I really need to get back to the drawing board and find a new plan of what to do in this fight, I guess. I mean, one option would also just be try to shoot the guy all the time. And like, just hope that like the 50th hit or something like that hits, which would be an option, right? I don't know if there's any other boss that works like that. But then again, all the bosses kind of work differently, so worth a shot. I mean, it would help if I remember that the right arrow also kills me while I'm drawing it to me, you know? Just a little bit. Huh, I was kind of confused there because there was some sort of, I'm gonna call it like residue over here for a bit. It's kind of hard to tell, but there was like something was lit up here. Maybe it was actually this sphere, or maybe it was just, I don't know, the guy teleported and he always leaves behind like the mini spirit. Maybe it was that one, and I just, you know, didn't see it correctly, which was why I was kind of confused. Maybe I can light up all those symbols somehow. Don't know how I would do that, but you know, there are like a lot of options. Maybe I can, like if I get them to dodge close to those thingies, then he leaves like part of a spirit behind until I fill up everything. If that is actually indeed what I saw there. Again, like I'm just spitballing because I am otherwise quite out of ideas. Well, I do have to actually admit, this is like one of, actually not one of, it's actually the only fight until now where I'm actually considering just looking up what I'm supposed to do. Because again, like I'm throwing myself against this boss fight all the time. And it's not like I know what I am supposed to do. I'm just kind of spamming my arrow, hoping that something will stick. Again, like currently what I'm trying to do is just basically try to shoot the guy like 10-ish times or so. Maybe one time the dodge will miss. I can actually hit him. You know, if I manage to do it like, I don't know if 10 is the correct number. Maybe I'm just gonna say like 5 times. If I manage to hit him like 5-ish times and nothing hits because obviously there are dodges, I might just look up what they actually want me to do here. Because I feel like this game is more about the execution. At this point, yeah, I could definitely try to figure it out like over the next 100 or so attempts. But I also have to really admit that there is probably a time where you just have to accept that you don't see the solution and admit to yourself that there's probably a better way to spend your time. So this is kind of my goal for now. If I manage to do that in one fight where I say like 5 of my arrows would have hit, I might just look it up. I don't know. This is currently my goal. Unless I see something else that might be a great lead. Assuming that I don't have that though, I'm just gonna set that one as like a personal goal. And then I can still look up what they actually want me to do. I bet there's like someone who figured it out. Preferably, obviously, just in text form. I don't actually want to see how it looks like in a fight, how you have to do it. I just want to have to know, you know, kind of have to figure out where the weak spot of this guy is, basically. It could also just be the door, you know. That would be kind of funny if I have to shoot the door. Yeah, I'm gonna try that at some point. But for now, let's get back to tryharding. I have to admit that like the whole try to hit him like 5 to 10 times kind of strategy might actually be correct in the sense that it first of all forces us to use the arrow, which means that the guy gets a chance to steal it from us, which makes it then harder. Basically, we have to try to always get our arrow back because obviously the longer the fight lasts, the higher the chance of us getting hit by like some random thing or like getting stunned and then killed by the lightning or like these weird yeah, electric balls basically. Again, just theorizing here. I might be right, I might be completely off. And so be it, I guess. Also just had to check if like me touching the guy actually matters. Would be kind of funny if that was just a solution to be the arrow yourself. But then again, I feel like that would be kind of too easy. But hey, you had to try. I know I'm kind of changing what I'm going after currently, but for now I'm just gonna try to block like 5 to 10 of this guy's arrows. Maybe that's going to change something in the, yeah, basically in the fight. You know, I have to experiment. That's just kind of the nature of this game, I guess. I mean, that was a decent attempt, but I'm still a few short of my current, like, goal that I made up, the arbitrary one, so let's continue. Well, I kinda mispredicted when the electricity would stop. So I kinda just rolled into that one. But I did have some decent finds in there, so I'm not giving up yet. Okay, that was kind of funny actually. I can kind of shield myself using that white arrow if I start like pulling it while I'm standing near it, I guess. I don't know how intentional that was. That was still kind of funny though. And I'm just gonna do something arbitrary here, right? Like I mentioned, yeah, I can definitely bash my head against this wall like for a few more hours. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna try, like really try hard until I am at 333 deaths, and then I'm just gonna look up at least what the weak spot of this thing is, because I will still have to definitely get better at this game to hit it, but it would be nice to at least know what they want me to do, right? It would be kind of sad if this game ends just because I can't see it. And I don't feel like I want to spend like 5 more streams on this boss just to figure it out. I feel like, again, this is like how you value your time, basically. If I stream this game, I'm not streaming something else, and I feel like I could definitely use my time better at some point, so I'm just gonna say this arbitrary number, 333 deaths on my counter, which is probably going to be actually a lot more deaths in reality, because, you know, I've probably missed at least one of those deaths until now. So yeah, this is kind of where I'm standing here, 333 deaths, and then I'm just gonna look it up quickly, what they actually want me to do. I hope it's not something extremely spoilery that I would have been able to figure out, because then it would be really sad if that happened. You know, if there's like some sort of puzzle that I could have solved. But the game seems to be very, well, limited to the boss fight arenas, I would say. Also, I cannot obviously shoot that door. I still want to try. Just because obviously at the top of there's like another one of those eye symbols. But otherwise, there's not a lot what we can do. Also, on this pillar, there's like a symbol down there. I just noticed that. And on the left one, there isn't. It could definitely just be hidden behind it. But it's weird because it's a different symbol from the other ones we are seeing all the time. And we obviously can't move the camera. We are kind of stuck in this position. So that's quite it. Yeah. Anyway, and back to trying. Again, it's like another 22-ish attempts. I can probably go through those in like 10 to 15 minutes. So let's focus up. Wait a second. Have I actually ever tried to shoot those weird electric balls? I'm gonna attempt that this time around. Maybe, you know, because sometimes they just randomly disappear around times I might be shooting them. I don't know. I'm just gonna experiment here. You know, I still have like 8 attempts, so, you know, I get to choose how to spend those attempts, so that's fine. Okay, I definitely hit one of those electric balls and it didn't get destroyed, so I'm quite sure that it was just random happenstance that sometimes they just disappear when I shoot them with an arrow. Seems to be random. Yeah, probably not part of that fight in that sense. I think, maybe, probably not. Wait a second. I just stood on top of the arrow and pulled it back to me, and it suddenly disappeared and the guy just got a new arrow. That's weird. No? Did I just misread that situation? I am not sure. Anyway, last attempt before I actually look something up, you know? Again, there's like some sort of level of like frustration that I feel like is accepting and like acceptable. And I'm gonna be completely honest here. If I weren't streaming this game, I might actually try for like another 100 attempts or so. But I also have to kind of value not just my time, but also like all the time that comes around it, and people who want to maybe watch the VODs and just see me frustrated here for like 10 more hours doesn't make too much sense, I guess. Anyway, last attempt, last proper try hard, and then I'm gonna check out the wiki and see if they have like at least some notes what even the weak point of this boss fight is. If there isn't one, then, well, I guess I'm screwed. Anyway, last attempt. Well, that wasn't a great attempt, I have to admit. But the attempt before then, that was quite fine. Okay, I'm gonna try it now. Let me check it out quickly. It shouldn't be too hard. Let me see. We have that one alive. Right tower. They're slow. I don't want to read that one. Then it comes. I have no idea, but there's like a GIF, so I have like an idea now what I have to do. It doesn't actually describe what you have to do to defeat it, but there's like a GIF like the final hit, and I was probably right in like one of my early assumptions that I just have to shoot and hope that I hit the thing. I probably have to hit it the moment it dodges, because then there's like a little bit of a dodge cooldown, which makes it not too easy, but maybe I was just overthinking it for way too long. So this is now my attempt. I'm gonna attempt to shoot this guy whenever he's trying to dodge. Okay, let's try this. I mean, for real now, let's try this and maybe don't get an arrow to the face. I don't quite yet know like how I can get the guy to dodge. Like there's probably something I have to figure out, like the precise mechanics that make the soul dodge. I definitely know that shooting an arrow does that, but then I don't have an arrow, so maybe I just have to get into the right position and it might work. It's going to can't even talk. It's going to take a few tries, so don't be worried about that. Well, that was slightly closer, but still not the best angle. But again, this would be similar to how it's going to end, I guess. Maybe I'm misreading the situation. I'm gonna try this a little bit, but it seems like every second arrow shot, this guy dodges. Automatically. Maybe. Maybe I'm completely wrong. You know, this is what I'm going after for now, though. Well, slightly after, so I at least get the chance to dodge first. I mean... that was by accident? Well, that was an achievement. Beat the game. I guess you can overcomplicate all the things, right? Titan souls. The souls of titans. The soul and property, you know, of a titan and stuff. Ah yes, created by Acid Nerve. Mark Foster, David Fenn, Andrew, I forgot his last name because I wasn't. Andrew Gleason, and David Fenn is also the one who does the amazing soundtrack, which I still very much appreciate. Also, I'm gonna turn down the soundtrack slightly so I can actually talk about it. Right? That should help somewhat. Sorry for the credits, but hey. Yeah, this was an interesting game. I feel like there's probably some more to be gained if you defeat all the titans. Like, this definitely seems like the kind of game that has like a second boss phase or something like that if you defeat all of them. Maybe there's some more lore in a second. Oh, there's... floating. New games modes unlocked. Hard mode. The real challenge. Iron mode, you only get 1 life. No rolls. You cannot roll or run. Wow. Also, I am off by 3 deaths, which is something. Oh. I just realized, like in the beginning I thought there were like 4 titans, because there were 4 symbols, but those are like Iron mode, Hard mode, and the no rolls mode. And there's like... maybe that's like a secret hidden boss, or I'm getting... I mean, we are back at the door. Is that everything? Can I talk to the door of truth? That's still open. Or not open. I mean, maybe I definitely have to defeat all the other titans then. That would be interesting. But I will be completely honest, I'm gonna count this game as completed for now. I'm guessing there's going to be secret boss when you defeat all the other enemies. But I could see myself returning to this like as one of the variety streams. I have not done them in quite some time, just because I was so busy with like all the other games. I know this is for people who are here like a little bit, or like have not been here for too long. Before I started streaming like Zelda and all the other story-based games like Death's Door and stuff, I would stream like games that weren't really as story focused for the most part. Like I played like a lot of, what is it called, Rogue Legacy, for example. I played like a round of FTL in between, and I definitely want to return to those streams every once in a while. Maybe as like late evening bonus streams. I could see this becoming one of those games. I'll be completely honest, like just a game where you can kind of hang out and you don't actually have to be worried about, you know, missing too much of the story. But yeah, I'm gonna count this game as completed for now. I'm definitely going to return to this at some point, and by definitely I mean I don't actually know if I'm gonna definitely do that. I might do that in my own time to defeat like the last few bosses, and I bet there's a secret boss. Let's be honest, there were 4 symbols and one of them is missing, and one of them is an eye. So I'm guessing this door is going to open once all the titans have been felled. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Which means I have to defeat Yeti somehow and Everus. Who else is missing? I mean, seriously, who else is missing? Didn't I defeat basically everyone else? Are there actually just 3 optional bosses, basically? We've defeated all of those bosses. We defeated the snake thingy. We only have Yeti left. We defeated all the ones in the lava area, if I recall correctly. Where else did we fight enemies? I mean, just Everus otherwise. Yeti, Everus. And we had the Titan Slayer, but we defeated this one this time around. So maybe you actually have to defeat all but 3 Titans to reach this point. And then if you defeat all the other 3 Titans, you might open the store. I bet you can open the store. Like, that would be, you know, I would be surprised if this isn't like a door that hides the final boss once you have defeated all the Titans. It just, you know, would be kind of weird if that were the case. So yeah, I guess this is where I'm gonna end it for today though. I still have stuff to do and I have to kind of be productive. Which is also why I kind of wanted to focus so I could, focus on the game and actually finish it today. Which I kind of did. I definitely would have expected it to take a lot more attempts. Just because for some reason, I thought I tried that with the dodging part. Maybe I will just mistimed it all the time, or maybe I just slightly missed the attacks, which is why it didn't work in the beginning, which is why I was so focused on like doing other stuff in here. But like most of the fights are actually really simple, where you definitely can fight them like in 10 seconds or something like that, which makes this game kind of fascinating to me. It's like really interesting in how fast you can basically beat the whole game, or like at least all the bosses in it. I'm trying to think, there's like not really a boss in there that has like 2 phases, like the one face and eyes, like the son of sky and eyes. I forgot how the golem was called, like the one with the teeth that you had to knock out. That was probably the most complex one, where you had basically 2 phases. But otherwise, all the ones were like really simple to beat. Like, I say simple to beat, I mean, look at my death count, that's 340. Actually, it's 343, right? I missed like 3, let me quickly count up. I always have to wait for a second, otherwise I'm reducing the number. Anyway, yeah, this has been an interesting experience. Again, I don't know if this is like the best stream game, or if I'm gonna continue with like games like this. Again, I could see myself returning to this in like a late night stream, just to kind of wind down after like a long day of work or something like that. And to defeat like the last 3-ish Titans, I'm guessing. Again, 2 Titans plus the final secret boss that I'm expecting behind here. Maybe they're also going to go for the same road that they went with like their game afterwards. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but that would be an interesting choice. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the VOD watchers. Thank you for the lurkers, as always. And again, tomorrow no stream, but on Saturday I will... No, wait. Tomorrow no stream. Unless I get, done with work early, then I might do like a late evening stream, maybe more of this. Friday no stream, because I'm busy, which is sad, because that would be an amazing stream day otherwise. And Saturday and Sunday, as always, Zelda. And we are making some great progress over there as well. So yeah, see you next time, and bye-bye.